Today on Xenodilodon.
Hello everyone, I've journeyed through the land of physics and science to answer the question, how ridiculously small and bright can you build a pocket flashlight? Well, here's how big it is, and here's how bright it is.
These flashlights put out laptop large light while being as portable as a micro SD card. Here are some comparisons with common LEDs. Here we have a 3-dye 50-50 pink LED versus a 3-watt pink LED bead. As you can see, the small 50-50 LED is dwarfed by the 3-watt LED bead. Here's a 5mm UV LED, and here's the 3-watt bead equivalent. As you can see, the 3-watt bead also puts out a lot more UV light. And this 5mm white LED, which compared to the specialty surface mount LED, is nothing. These super bright white LEDs were harvested from LED modules by Orion Energy Systems, and they can support up to 20 electrical watts, 4 volts at 5 amps, and it gets pretty warm doing it. Before we talk about ridiculously bright, let's talk about incredibly useful. This small pocket flashlight is made out of 24 SMD LEDs from a laptop screen. Its full runtime is about a half an hour, which is a decent amount of time to get really important things done. The lights are slightly angled and have a surface diffuser, which allows the light to be spread out as much as possible over a work area. This is probably the flashlight that I use the most because of its compact form, long run life, even light, and the convenient button on the top to turn it off. There are two UV LED flashlights that I've made, a 400nm flashlight and a 365nm flashlight. 400nm light will look purple, so you'll see a bit of purple in the background. However, if you see almost just white as a reflection, that is a 365nm. So 400 nanometers, and then 365. As you can see, there's a lot less purple with the 365nm light. That's because your eyes can't pick up the deeper UV as they can with the 400nm. These glass vials that I'm using are from the insides of glow sticks and make very good demonstration tools for ultraviolet output. The two pieces of plastic underneath the glow sticks are actually from different screens that use blue LED to convert these into white. Here's a side-by-side. On the left, the 400nm, and on the right, the 365nm. In comparison to a 13-watt Spencer's Gift light, the 3-watt 400nm LED bead definitely holds its own. Even though the wavelength is a little higher, it definitely puts out a little bit more light. And now on to the bad boy of the block. I don't know how much light this really puts out, but I figure it's about 7 watts of power. This flashlight is insanely luminous and almost looks like day. With a marble placed on top, a beam can be made much finer, and distance can be achieved with this flashlight. You're not going to get that out of your normal everyday pocket flashlight. Another thing your pocket flashlight probably doesn't do is burn through plastics. This flashlight can go through a CD case in under half a minute. The pink and ultraviolet flashlights are ridiculously bright, but are also specialty colors. This pink, as I said, puts out about 3 watts of power, and is definitely not the kind of pink you want to meet in the back alley. Another LED flashlight I had put together was with a 3-watt RGB LED bead. So I can get nearly any color combination I want, and I get the same focus effect with a marble. This contains all the electronics from a 3-key LED controller, a power-on MOSFET, and 4 switches, all housed in this 8.75mm chassis. All of these flashlights were originally e-cigarettes, so they come with their own rechargeable lithium-ion cell. This flashlight not only supports different colors, but also supports different modes and brightnesses as well as speeds. This little RGB flashlight is probably one of the most complicated micro flashlights I've ever made, and easily takes the cake as far as complexity. With so much color available to you in such a small package, this thing really isn't describable as a flashlight, but more so, fairy magic.
Do you want to know how to build your own lights? Do you want to know how to build your own electric gizmos? Do you want to build your own gizmos? Then light up light. Well, good news for you. I have all these e-hookahs, and if this wasn't enough, here's 130 more. So expect lots of projects coming up. I want to get those DIYs going. These all have rechargeable batteries in them, so I'm going to repurpose them into different projects.
Other projects include things like this mini maglev pen, which allows you to move and levitate magnets inside of something the size of a pencil. If you have ideas for all these e-hookahs, please drop them down in the comments below. Another project that we have made is a plasma pen, which is a small high voltage gadget. The tutorial will be listed and linked down below on Join the Technicians, where we show you all the steps to make your own.
This thing, it doesn't help you tell ghost stories. This thing